Welcome to the Cricket Today podcast. I'm not the stats guy. I'm Leo. I'm filling in for him today. He's away. No one cares about him. I'm joined by Marcus Bazzano. Marcus, how you going?
Yes, I'm good. Brilliant intro, Leo.
Thank you.
Filled in stats guy's shoes perfectly.
Appreciate it. So before we start, make sure you get around this podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's everywhere, as well as the socials. We've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Just get around it. We love the content we produce. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it, Marcus.
Yeah, let's do it.
First game, straight into it. No mucking around here. Lucknow Super Giants versus RCB. I'm very sad. As you can tell, RCB fan here.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Why do you hate me, Marcus?
I don't hate you. I dislike RCB because you support RCB. Basically.
What, doesn't that mean you hate me? In turn, you hate me then.
No. But KKR win, smash it out of the park, and RCB lose. But we'll touch on RCB first.
Couple of days for you then.
It was a very good couple of days. But Lucknow Super Giants, they batted particularly well, whereas RCB did not.
Yes. Well, RCB actually bowled quite well. They had him 148 going into the last 2 overs. So game in the balance, and then I think it was Nicholas Pooran scored some sort of late
he's just
innings,
a middle order beast.
Late innings hitting, and got 33 off the last 2 overs, and that probably killed the game for RCB.
40 off 21. That is ridiculous. Yeah, I did mention that he was probably the best middle order batsman in the game. Yep. And he's just backing it up again, isn't he? That
just changes the complexity of the game. Like it goes from imbalance straight to the Super Giants' favour, and I think. Player I want to touch on, Mayank Yadav. I don't know if you saw this spell. Did you see this spell?
He's quick.
Insane
He's
spell.
rapid. What was it, 156?
I reckon I could face it.
Let's do it then.
What you do is you just have the bat in front of the stumps and your pads and you just hope.
What if it just goes a tiny bit higher and misses your bat?
Well, then you're stuffed.
Yeah.
But what was it? 3 for 14 off 4 overs. The ball he bowled to Cameron Green, there's not much he could have. Green could have used his feet a bit more, but there's not when you're 155 hitting top of off.
Yeah, that's it. We're getting you in front of the bowling machine, and I reckon our stats guy would go pull it a bit short because he said he loves the pull.
He loves the pull shot. Yeah.
If he can get hit by me in the shoulder, then I wonder what he's going to do against Mayank Yadav. But Guy Maxwell bowled all right as well. Yeah. 2 for 23 or 4. Was the pitch just a little bit slow, a little bit tougher to bat on?
Well, I hope it wasn't slow because then Yadav would have bowled 160 if it was a little bit slow.
True,
but
true.
I think the RCB, they probably just dug themselves a hole, didn't they? They lost. Yeah. Yadav's spell just really put them on the back foot to start with. And then, they were just playing catch up the whole time. Stoinis is the standout Aussie. Wasn't too many to
It wasn't too many.
I know you mentioned
Maxwell's
stats, but Stoinis for Lucknow, they won the game. Yep. 24 of 15 is handy. Not too great. 1 for 9 off 1. He did a little celebration too when he got his wicket.
Oh yeah, what do you make of that? That was a weird little.
Oh, it would have been just sort of an in-joke with him and his teammates.
That was a weird hip movement going on there. I'm not sure about that.
No, I rate it. I think you're against players having personality.
I love players with personality, but it's got to be a good personality. You got to pull out, if you're going to pull out the moves, you got to pull out all the stops. You got to do some Shamar Joseph. You got to run to the boundary line, and
he's not going to run to a boundary line when he's bowled one over.
He should do a bit of a soccer thing: run to the boundary line and then dance in front of the crowd. Knee slide and everything. But look, it was your sub who top scored for RCB. Yeah, coming in at what was it, 7?
7, yeah.
And Cameron Green 9, Maxwell a duck, Virat Kohli 22.
Did you see Duplessis run out?
No, I didn't.
I think he just literally hit it straight to the fielder, called yes, and fielder had one stump to aim at and just got in.
Was that bit of like New Zealand when was it Kane Williamson got run out against the Aussies? Was a bit of that vibe?
A little bit, but he didn't run into his teammate. He wasn't even in frame when the stump got hit. It was a really weird single to call. Faf, I don't know about Faf. I think he's a little bit on the way out. Oof. I can retire.
You're saying he's washed.
You guys
he's washed.
I'll say he's washed. I think Faf is washed.
I reckon Faf makes... Oh, that's a big call, Faf.
It is a big... Right, you literally said Bolt was past it.
Yeah, I recken that's better than Duplessis.
No, it's surely. Not. No, it's not. Duplessis isn't playing for South Africa anymore.
I still say Bolt is past. He's past it.
And he's still dominating.
Oh, I wouldn't go as far as to say dominating.
Just took a 3 from them.
Took 3 from them. That's good figures.
We'll move on to your boys. Do you want to lead this one, KKR?
KKR, just unstoppable, unbeatable, 3 from 3. My boys, 7 for 272.
That's
so
insane.
close. So close to beating Stats Guy Sunrisers. I would have loved that. But geez, have some brilliant performances, and it's Sunil Narayan with the opening partnership. He's a freak.
What the hell?
He's a freak. He got 85 off 39. He was just standing and delivering. The Delhi Capitals bowling way, way too short. It was one of the worst bowling I've seen throughout this tournament.
I remember when we were doing our prediction show, Stats Guy is on record saying that he didn't like this team because Narayan's passed it, because Russell's passed it.
Yeah.
And these first 3 games, they've just gone, have a load of this, Stats Guy. And as he'd say,
listen to him.
They would have watched the show and been inspired. Shut up, Stats Guy, you're an idiot. But that is insane. 85 off 39 to back up his match-winning performance against RCB. That is, it's extraordinary.
Took a wicket as well in the bowling innings. Dre Russ, 41 off 19. I'm not even going to pronounce the debutante's maiden IPL half century, 54 off 27. Yep. So I won't kid myself with that.
Rinku Singh as well, 26 off 8. Look, I backed him in at the start. He's coming good there.
There was just all around great batting performance. And then again, we didn't have to do too much with the ball if you're posting that much of a score.
No, not at all.
But it was good to see Mitch Starc actually get some wickets. He was probably the standout Aussie.
Yep.
2 for 25 off 3.
Yep.
I think Warner chipped in with 18 off 13, so not really fantastic. Mitchell Starc got Mitch Marsh out, so the Mitchell's going at it. Mitch Marsh got out for a duck, I believe. So
not great.
Not great for the Capitals there, especially after beating Chennai Super Kings and then making 170 pretty much and losing by 106
That's
runs.
wild. You're going at 10 and over, and that is just crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, this is like Stats Guy bowling to us in the nets. This is that sort of bowling.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he didn't take wickets, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on to an absolute massive preview of all this IPL action over the weekend. How many games are we covering here?
Let's do it. I think there must be at least 6.
6, I reckon, yeah.
6 games, all the way up until Tuesday morning our time.
Yeah.
Which is the Chennai Super Kings Kolkata Knight Riders.
Oh, that's going to be an awesome
match,
game.
which is going to be absolutely huge. First, third. Kolkata, we'll get to that game eventually, but do you want to kick us off with the Gujarat Titans, Punjab Kings?
Yes, Gujarat versus Punjab. I think Gujarat will win this one. I think Punjab, I don't know, their batting to me isn't too strong with Shikhar Dhawan and Bairstow at the top. Obviously very great players, but there's not a lot of depth in that batting lineup. I look at Gujarat's team, and one thing I'm actually going to predict for this game is I reckon their Afghanistan players will play really well.
They did last time, didn't they?
They got that trio. They've got Omarzai, Rashid Khan, and Noor Ahmed, and I reckon those 3 will have a really big impact on this game. Hopefully they're all playing because all really exciting talent.
I agree. I think you look, the Punjab Kings are 2 losses in a row now, I believe, after winning their first game. And they lost sort of comfortably by 21 runs to the Lucknow Super Giants. So you look at that, I think the Lucknow Super Giants are a similar sort of side to the Gujarat Titans in terms of squad and batting. So I think, it's going to be another tough game, especially home ground advantage prove too much, I reckon. So Gujarat for me.
Yeah, I could not agree more. We move over Sunrisers, Stats Guy Sunrisers versus Chennai. This is going to be another great game, I think.
Do you reckon he's going to be watching this in Adelaide? He's not here at the moment.
He's a fake fan if he doesn't, because we've obviously watched all of our games.
We've watched every single IPL game
single ball
this season. So
they get replayed on the screens out there, so I think 100%. I've caught every ball. This one here, look, it's very hard to go past Chennai. I know they lost their last game.
They
correct?
did, yep.
Was it to Kolkata?
No, they lost to Delhi Capitals, the team who faced Kolkata Knight Riders.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's when I said they would have the biggest loss.
That's right.
And then they ended up, and Delhi Capitals ended up winning, so somehow. But yeah, they're in third. That was their only loss. Other than that, they look
really well
good.
balanced. They've got the bowling options, they've got batting options, but they've got batting depth too. Like Dhoni, I think, came in at 7 and 8 and proved he still got it.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
37 of 16.
I don't know how. He's like 60 and he's destroying the sort of middle of the late order.
Yeah, it's crazy. Permanent class.
The finisher.
The finish. No, that's James Faulkner, mate.
It is James Faulkner. James Faulkner versus England. Tim Bresnan. Eat your heart out.
That is one of my favourite all-time moments.
Yeah, that's up there. Yeah. If you haven't checked it out, we actually posted a social photo.
Would have been a while ago, but
yeah.
Absolute awesome innings, wasn't it?
It was superb. How do you think James Faulkner would fare in like today's IPL?
Not great.
Not great, no?
Great. Well, he had change-ups, but he wasn't. I think towards the end of his career, you could tell with the bowling, it was getting a bit more hittable.
Yeah.
His batting, he was very leg side dominant. I think teams could work out a plan.
Yeah.
He was obviously an amazing player, but
did he have a lot of soft tissue injuries late on, I think?
Potentially, yeah.
Like a bit of hammies.
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
I'm not sure, but he could do like bat and ball. Anyways, we're getting a little bit too sidetracked.
Well, I could talk about James Faulkner all day long, to be honest.
All right, who you going here? Super Kings or the Sunrisers? Because that's because Sunrisers have been inconsistent.
Well, on the run sheet it says I'm going Sunrisers, but that is wrong. I'm going Chennai here. I think Chennai will win this game. Yeah, the Hyderabad, they can be a little bit inconsistent. They obviously made 278 and then they lost the game after, right? Or they...
the Sunrisers, they lost, yeah.
So, yeah, a little bit inconsistent. I think they need a big game from Cummins if they were to win this one.
Oh, 100%. I think we've seen a lot of people in our comment sections saying that Sunrisers are still going to be up there. Like they still really fancy them and they really rate them to finish in the top 4.
Prove us wrong.
Obviously, Stats Guy does, but I don't see it. Do you see it, Leo?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go to the Chennai Super Kings here. And look, I think it's just going to be a fairly comfortable one.
Yeah, I agree with that one. All right, this one is one I'm dreading. Rajasthan versus Bangalore.
You're dreading it, but in the run sheet here, you've tipped your boys.
Yeah, you've got to tip your boys. You've got to back in Bangalore here.
Why? Give me a reason. Because I've gone the Rajasthan Royals, who are currently 3 from 3.
Yep. They're due a loss. There you go.
Is that your reason?
That's my reason. They're due a loss.
Look, I'm going to need a better reason than that, Leo. So
okay, my reasoning is that Rajasthan, Bangalore, their bowling will just click into gear. They'll get the team right. They won't pick players who have been a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
They'll get the imports right. And blokes like Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, I think pressure's on them to stand up.
100%.
I think they will.
100%.
I'll back them in.
I think a lot of the international players, like especially the Aussies, need to step up.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think they've been good enough so far. But Rajasthan, they look so good. But although in saying that, they have played Mumbai Indians, who are dead last, Delhi Capitals, who are 9th, who just got absolutely smashed, and the Lucknow Super Giants, who started off pretty poorly. So you know what, Leo? I'm going RCB. I'm changing the tip.
Stop tipping, because every time you tip us, we lose.
RCB, if you make my tip lose, I will not be happy. I will not be happy with you.
What will I do? God. I actually think the real reason you're tipping RCB is because you've realised Nandre Burger plays for Rajasthan and you hate Nandre Burger.
I don't hate Nandre Burger.
You hate him.
I don't hate it. It's just if you got to do it, you got to look the part, and it's... Again, we're not going to go back to this. He's not a highlighter.
Marcus is obviously referring to his pink hair, which he dyed to match the Rajasthan uniform, I believe.
He did. If you want to check out my rant or our heated debate versus Leo on that topic, check out the previous episode.
Yeah, let us know who won that. I'm pretty sure I won that.
No. Whoever raises their voice higher, I think, wins the argument, and that was definitely
that's Alex's.
That's Alex's forte. No, I'm going to go RCB here. I think, you know what, Rajasthan are due a loss, and... Look, you've talked your team up a lot so far this season, and
every game
we're back in it. But I do love the batting line.
Hope is fading. Every ball being bowled.
Yeah, but you know what they say. You know what they say, Leo. It's the hope that kills you. So that's what's happening for you and the Royal Challengers so far. But
I think it happens every year with me in Bangalore. They just never seem to reach their potential. Yeah. We'll move on to Mumbai, who are dead last, as you mentioned. Yeah. Well, this is a wooden spoon clash.
This is a wooden spoon clash. Surprisingly,
Delhi Capitals,
because we had Mumbai Indians winning the tournament in our preseason predictions.
Probably wouldn't bring that one up when they're last.
Yeah, probably not. So how many have they played? 3 games.
They haven't looked great. Their batting is just not fired at all.
They're the only team that hasn't won a game so far, and I'll see Delhi to lose by 106 runs and concede 290. I wish 272. That's harsh reading. Although they could fancy themselves here against the Mumbai Indians, but I think because the Mumbai Indians are at home, they are still a good side.
They are a good side,
despite being 0-3.
The thing is, Mumbai, you look at their batting, it is very, very talented. There's a lot of firepower in that batting lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Hasn't clicked at all for them, not one bit.
So what have they made so far this season? They've made 125.
Last game where Nandre Burger dominated, just reminding.
And then they made 246 and lost in the Sunrisers record
They
score.
did concede 277.
And then again, 162. So, look, it's not been great. I think it's the bowling that needs to stack up.
It's heavily lifted by Jasprit Bumrah, their bowling.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
He's really sort of just taking them on his back and going, boys, come on, just give me something here.
I reckon Jasprit Bumrah against the Aussies is going to be like a sight to see. Yeah, because David Warner's actually looked pretty good so far in this tournament. But Mitch Marsh hasn't really.
No, hasn't clicked into gear.
So he's one of those players that can just, if he's feeling the middle of the bat, he'll make 70, 80 easily. So
I hope Delhi win this because I'd love to see our Aussies perform really well.
Yeah.
But I think Mumbai, they've got more talent for me. Despite the sort of lack of depth bowling, I think their talent will shine through eventually. Yeah, there's probably time for them to resurrect their career. So this is a must win.
Yeah, I agree.
Season.
I'm going the Mumbai Indians on this one. I assume you are as well.
Yeah, I think they'll win. I think it'll be a good game though. I think it'll be really good.
I think it will be. Despite it being a wooden spoon clash, I think there's plenty of runs on offer and you know what? There's some star players in there.
Every night something happens in the IPL.
Does the IPL disappoint ever?
No, I don't think it ever has.
Yeah, there we go.
Best T20 league in the world, 100%.
Yeah.
No questions there. All right, Lucknow versus Gujarat, 4th versus 5th at the time of recording this. This is a very interesting
I think this is going to be like we were talking about how good the Mumbai Indians Delhi Capitals game is going to be. I think this one's going to be even better.
Yeah. I
think, you know what, the amount of batting firepower on display in this game, especially for the Super Giants, I've really liked them so far. Yep. Me and Stats Guy loved them in preseason. So, again, I just see them not running over the top of the Gujarat Titans because they are very good themselves. Well, they make the final. Did they win it or they lost?
Gujarat, I think
they lost, didn't they, in the final? But they finished.
Correct us if we're wrong.
They finished first in the regular season ladder.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to go the Lucknow Super Giants just because of that home ground sort of factor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They're not only playing at home, but seems like a lot of their batters are hitting a bit of form. Quinton de Kock is starting to make some runs.
Yep.
Nicholas Pooran, as we touched on, has been really good for them. Stoinis is probably the one that they need to just fire. I think if Stoinis can click into gear, I think this team can really sort of stamp its authority on this tournament.
Yeah.
So he's probably the one for me that's under a bit of a watch this game.
Yep.
I think it'll be really close. So I think, this will be a great game.
100%. If Stoinis is going to bring out the dance moves, he's got to show it on the pitch. He got what did he get? What were his figures? One for
9 off 1 over.
Well, he only bowled 1 over. That's a bit stiff. He only bowls 1 over nowadays. His back is so crook. He's almost like he's on a stroller. I can relate actually. I'm going to see the Cairo tomorrow, so no, I can relate. But I think he just needs to bowl a little bit more if he can. And I think he's been really disappointing with the bat. He was so bad in the Big Bash in the Australian tournament.
Yeah.
Besides from the last game when it didn't count, nothing mattered. The Stars couldn't make finals, but. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I think he's going to have to step up.
Yeah. When does it get to the stage where Ashton Turner or someone else?
I think he should have been in already. I think he should. Yeah. I know it's a bit stiff for Marcus Stoinis because he is a bigger name in Indian franchise cricket, or at least in India, than Ashton Turner. But his form hasn't been up to scratch. He hasn't shown it so far.
Turner's a better player of spin.
Turner is a better player of spin, yep. And Turner can bowl as well.
Yep.
He can. If Stoinis is only bowling 1 over, why not bring Ashton Turner in? Because he's a better batsman than Marcus Stoinis.
Be interesting to see if Stoinis does keep failing, how long they do persist with him. Because I think they will. Because he's shown glimpses.
Yep.
But it'd be interesting to see that. Last game. This is the game.
Game of
the weekend / early week next week. I don't know what to call it. Chennai, who are 3rd at this stage, and Kolkata, who are 1st.
Yes.
This is going to be awesome.
What was that? Where were we? Where were we again?
We'll end the podcast there.
Oh, no.
I'm not giving you any satisfaction, Marcus. Kolkata
to be honest,
are not last, and Chennai are not last either. So there you go.
Yeah, you know what? I actually do think the Chennai Super Kings can win this game because I've been very surprised with the Kolkata Knight Riders so far this season. I did not expect the start to the season that they've had.
Yeah.
They've got a net run rate of plus 2.518.
That's crazy.
Which is more than double the Rajasthan Royals, who are in 2nd and have the 2nd best net run rate, which is just unheard of.
Yep.
So I've got to back my boys. I'm going to go the Kolkata Knight Riders. I'm going to go the Phil Salt Narayan opening partnership is going to provide the goods again. The unlikely duo have performed incredibly. And you actually, have a look at the stats here, right? The Kolkata Knight Riders don't have a player in the top 5 for bowling or batting. So highest top scores and top wicket takers, which just shows that it's been an all-round good performance so far to start the season. And Dre Russ is at the forefront of that with both bat and ball. He's been ridiculously good.
What do you think the conversation's like out in the middle between Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan? Do you reckon Phil Salt's like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this, and Narayan's like, I'm just going to hit the ball?
I think it's just like, look, try not to get out, swing as hard as we can, actually look like we know what we're doing, and it's working so far. I can't complain. I wonder
how many conversations they've had in the past. Maybe they've crossed paths in other
What are your conversations on the cricket pitch, Leo? Because when I'm batting, especially with my mates, we're like, look, we're getting pretty hungry here. Do we just forfeit a wicket to go get a zinger box? Because KFC's just down the road.
That's disgraceful.
If we're in a winning sort of position, we're getting a bit hungry.
You've sort of implicated yourself here. If your cricket club watches this video,
they know this. They know this. We're all me and Josh are all about the tradition of KFC.
No, I'm switched on. I'm serious. I'm talking about my plans and the 12-year-old I'm batting with is like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta talk them through it.
You just gotta sort of coach them through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Chennai win this game. I think Kolkata have been on fire.
Yep.
I think Chennai are the best team in it still.
Yeah.
I know they have lost a game.
Like squad-wise?
Squad-wise, yes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I like, obviously, ramen, the noodles, man. He makes me want noodles. The Fizz, they call him.
Don't swear this time.
I won't swear. Mustafiza Rahman, they call him the Fizz. I love what he brings to this Chennai team. Left arm, can bowl up front, bowl middle overs, bowl at the death.
Yep.
I think he is leading the wickets. Maybe I need to double check that.
He is
leading the wickets.
He's got 7, so he's just 1 ahead of everyone else. So. He's a great bowler for Bangladesh, and I think he's one here that maybe just will trouble the likes of Sunil Narayan and Dre Russ, but this will be a cracker game. Look, if this is going to be the real test of the Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yep.
Because so far they've played RCB, the Sunrisers.
That's a test, RCB.
RCB, the Sunrisers, and the Delhi Capitals, which 2 of those 3 teams aren't that great, in my opinion, the Sunrisers and the Capitals.
RCB are awesome.
RCB, I think, are better. They're both the teams I just mentioned.
You've got to stop talking up Bangalore. They're just going to disappoint you, mate.
Oh, no, I keep talking down the Sunrisers as well, but everyone loves them somehow.
If I'm putting on my unbiased hat, I think Sunrisers are a better team than Bangalore.
Okay.
But I think...
Where's Stats Guy? You got to tell Stats Guy.
Putting my bias hat back on, Bangalore's going to win the whole competition. So,
okay. Yeah. Got you there. So,
sweet. So, Chennai, Kolkata.
Yeah, delusion aside, I'm going to go Kolkata.
Yeah, no,
hopefully.
Yeah, you don't have a reason to tip against them, right? Like,
I know they're 3 from 3, top of the ladder.
Crushing it.
Give me a reason first, and you know what? They might against the Chennai Super Kings.
Nice.
I'm nervous.
All right, well, that's stumps for the Cricket Today show. Let me know how I did hosting. I think I did.
Very good.
Did I do better than Stats Guy, Marcus?
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Stats Guy's not here, so
stuff
screw him.
We'll be back with this show on Tuesday, I believe. For a massive review of basically every game we just talked about.
All 6 games.
All 6 games. Just get right around the show. Any questions, any sort of comments you want to leave, just let us know. We're up for 100%. Anything. Just ask us a question. We'll answer it.
100%.
So, thanks, Marcus.
Thank you, Leo. Very well done.
Thanks to Gerald behind the camera. Absolutely crushing it. Thanks to me for actually doing something. We'll catch you on Tuesday. Cricket Today, out.